Welcome back. This was supposed to be the follow-up for the football trophy I did Friday for the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's already in the mail on its way to Brian, and they had a rough weekend, and I don't want to rub any more salt in the wounds. So let's go ahead and take a look at a segmenting sled. I've been getting a lot of requests to do some segmenting stuff, and I've been doing a bunch of research on it, and I want to thank Merle. Thank you so much. He's been texting me and giving me links to stuff, so thanks a lot, Merle. So let's go ahead and take a look at this sled, because it works great. The wood shop is sponsored by Robust Lathes, Easy Wood Tools, and ChefwareKits. Here's a couple of rings I did for the project I'm working on for Friday, and this was just a test piece. I ran this one through the surface sander. I'll put some detailed pictures up so you can see, but it's just perfect. There's no gaps at all. Just beautiful. Very nice. So here's the sled. And I will put a link down below in the description to Jerry's YouTube channel, and he has a website too. It's Seg I think, but I'll put a link down below to that where you can buy. He calls them wedgies, so they're little templates that go in here, so you can buy them for like six piece segments, 8, 10, all the way up to 48. So I'll put a link down below to that, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing is buying the wedgies. What I have here is a little gauge, and this is how I set mine up. But I don't know, it takes a little bit of time, and it's I don't know how accurate. I mean, it is accurate because they come out perfect, but it takes a little bit to get them perfect. So the little wedgies he sells goes right in there. I tried to make one and it didn't come out right, so I think I'm just gonna break down and buy a set of his. I think you can get 4 of them. I think they're $50 for 4 of the templates, so it might be a good investment, especially if you really want to get into segmenting. So the sled is 12 by 14. These little pieces here are 2 by 12, and there's a runner down the back side. Goes in your table saw groove there. The key to all of this, making it accurate, is making sure that there's no play in this at all. It's lined up with your blade, everything else. These right here, he has the 4 videos he has. They're about a year old, but they go through all the steps on making this and just doing some incredible stuff. So, it shows you how to hook up a template to router this out with a router, and it just countersunk all those down in there. I'm not going to move it because I have it set up, and I'm still not done with the project. The groove or my guide there, mine just happened to come out perfect, and there is no play at all in it. But he shows you how to fix that if there is a little bit of slop. So you can put a screw in each end, and he shows you how to countersink those in and get it to where it'll pick up the slack if there is any. So here's the stop I made too. I was looking at the one he had there. Put a little channel down, and holes where I screwed up, had to re-drill. So these are just guides on the side, so it won't go from side to side when you have it set up. It just kind of keeps it right in that channel. And this little guy here is just I don't know, probably a 60-degree angle on it or something. And what I did is I set it down on here just to where it was just barely touching the blade, or right over the blade, screwed it down, and then raised the blade up. And that way, when you're cutting your pieces, it just kicks them off to the side instead of getting kicked back into the saw blade. If you're going to do a lot of segmenting, I would just make another one of these, glue this piece down so you can pop them in and out. That'd be the easiest way to do it. So the sled is just simple. If you go watch his video, you can see how the little wedgie things he has. They just slide them in there, lock everything down, and they give you perfect rings every single time. Let me cut a couple for you real quick just to show you how he does it. And this, I'm not sure, I didn't see in the video where he explained why he does this, but so when you have your stop set up here, just randomly pick a spot on it. He goes and cuts from like that, from this angle, cuts, and then he goes up. You don't flip them over. You just, once you cut it, bring it over and do this side. And just go back and forth like that, from the front to the back. And that I'm not sure why he goes from this guide to the front of this guide. because you could probably just go from this guide to this guide, but I'm not gonna mess with it because it works perfectly. So I'm just moving it from the front to the back here. And when you put the wedgie in too, you can have these anywhere you want. You just slide the wedgie in, and what it does, if it's not centered like that, like this, where they all come to the center, all it does is spiral the little pieces a little bit. It doesn't do anything. It still goes together perfectly. It just kind of spirals your segment there, and when you tilt the blade, it gives you, nice little diamond shapes and all sorts of stuff. He definitely, if you want to get into segmenting, I would spend some time and watch all of his videos, and you will walk away with a better understanding of it. And it took me probably 3 hours to make the jig and the little stop, and it's the best thing I've ever done as far as segmenting goes. I've made, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 of these things trying to get it to work out right, and it always comes up where you have to do them in half rings and sand them down and glue them together, and it was never any fun. And this is just perfect. Let me just cut a couple of them just to show you how it works real quick. So you have your square piece or your piece in there. What you need to do is make one pass to give it the angle, and then it'll look like that when you're after you get to that point. So once you do that, you flip it over to where the back point is touching the stop. And what I did was I took the stop here and I brought my fence up just to where it was kissing it, put a little bit of pressure this way, and that way it won't move on you. So just slide that over just a little bit, lock it down, and then it's secure and it won't move, but it's in there pretty good. Okay, let me go ahead and run this through and I'll show you. There we go. It really is that easy. This is just a slick jig. I've done a little bit of segmenting in the past, but nothing really. I've done a couple of these, but it was always a pain, but this eliminates that. So I will definitely be playing around with this some more. And being able to do stuff like this really opens up a lot of opportunity for getting really creative with stuff. You go check out his videos. He has 4 videos up, and they're kind of out of order. The very first one he uploaded, I think they were all uploaded on the same day or something. So watch the last one he uploaded first. That's where he makes the jig, and then it goes through and he gets into doing some really neat stuff on the first one. It's just really cool stuff. So I would go check it out. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Jerry.